All right, so we got some girl named Olga Safari here with a typical opinion. So let's see what she has to say.
You know what I just realized about relationships? A
Hmm.
guy starts off by putting 100% in the beginning of a relationship.
And you also start out by putting 100% at the beginning of the relationship.
And over time, that will slowly go down from like 100 to 95 to 90 to 80 to 85. And then you notice, and you only notice when it goes down to like 75 or 80%. And then you say something. And then when you say something, he puts back 5% effort and you're content. You're like, okay, he put in some effort, but it never goes back up to 100 or 90 or 95. It just
Okay, so this is going to be an unflattering opinion, but I'm going to say it anyways. So the truth is, right? It's your responsibility as the girl to maintain the guy after certain activities have happened, okay? Because realistically speaking, most girls these days aren't going to give necessarily that much after, right? So for this girl to pretend like the honeymoon phase has to last forever, to me is just quite honestly pathetic. And I think that's a problem today where girls don't realize the honeymoon phase only lasts like 3 to 6 months. And after that, what then? It's always going to go down. Doesn't matter how much effort you put in. She's trying to label it as effort, but we all know it's feeling based. She feels like it's not the same because it's not. The fireworks have now dissipated a little bit and they don't stay hardcore forever. Even if you're both extremely attractive, this is just the nature of relationships.
just goes from like that 75 to 80. And then it goes back down again to like 70. And then it goes down to 60. Long story short, it'll just go back down to 10%.
So the truth is that's obviously a lie, right? What she's referring to when she's talking about this 10% is how she perceives the effort. When in reality, she doesn't understand that her sliding scale changes as the relationship goes forward. So at the beginning, she doesn't demand much. 1 year in, the demands start going up. 2 years in, the demands are even higher. And it keeps going up and up and up. I wouldn't even say it's just linear, it might even be exponential. So this is purely perception based. It's not that the guy's effort goes down, is that your requirements and demands and arbitrary desires go up. I think that's the actual problem.
It started at 100. I'm not saying all men do this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as a woman, I feel like we invest more time and put in more effort as the relationship.
Because you have to. Because after the initial phases, it's your responsibility to retain the man, okay? Because he's the one that's offering you more value, right? Especially with the long list of requirements that most of girls have, right? So, yes, it's totally normal for you to put in more effort when it comes to the lovey-dovey side of the relationship. This is entirely normal and it's always been this way. Guy doesn't put direct effort the way you guys expect. He guy works every day, there's no breaks, right? He has to provide, bring money home. A lot of girls will say, "Oh, but my guy doesn't do that." Well, it's probably because you care more about your own money than you do about finding a provider.
Goes on because it becomes more and more serious. Moral of the story, if you're dating a guy and he starts off at 100% effort and you're noticing over time it's slowly going down, I just think that you deserve better.
So you're going to encounter the same thing every single time. Every single time. It's always going to go down by some amount. Okay. So to just say you deserve better, I mean, yeah, of course. It's easy just to go find a new guy. That's always the answer for all these girls. Find a new guy, find a new guy, right? It's never work on the guy you have right now because it's probably going to be a lot worse than this. It's never that. It's never appreciation. It's always find a new one. All right. Well, every time you try to find a new one, it's not going to get better, right? It's really not. It's going to generally get worse. And you could only do this for so long until it becomes blatantly obvious that you're the problem, not the guy. If you guys want to send me clips to react to, make sure to join my Discord and go to the content request channel and post them there.